Hello everyone on YouTube, it's Jordan here again. Today we're going to be taking a look at, is it safe to use JAWS for Windows? Because recently a few blind people I've known have had their antivirus program report JAWS as malware. Well, it could be in a way, and I'll tell you why right now. 1. During the installation of JAWS sneakily installs something else too. FS Reader. And once you've installed that, JAWS won't be able to function without that installed again. So once you've uninstalled FS Reader, you're going to have to uninstall JAWS as well. 2. In the UK, JAWS is distributed by Sight and Sound, who are, well, let's just say, the equivalent of, say, magnifying aids in the US. But Freedom Scientific were the makers of the JAWS software and they therefore recommend you download from their site and don't get it from a distributor. This is what could be causing these viruses to spread on people's computers, and which is setting off antivirus programs. The next thing we're going to look at is how big JAWS is. JAWS compared to NVDA is massive. It completely clogs up your hard drive. Don't install JAWS unless you want to completely clog your hard drive up. In fact, some computers won't be able to deal with JAWS, especially computers like this Lenovo Yoga 500 that I'm using to record here. It's a nice laptop, I love it. Because, for one thing, a lot of touch gestures don't even work in JAWS. You know, if you want a smooth screen reader experience, a screen reader that doesn't have so many bugs in it, I'd recommend using either Windows or NVDA. And while Windows is a good way to migrate from JAWS, sorry, my alarm went off. JAWS does not have many free synthesizer voices. The only free voices you get are the vocalizer voices, but as everyone knows, vocalizer is a terrible synthesizer. I can't even understand half of vocalizer, to be honest. To be honest, if you want a really good commercial synthesizer, I'd suggest looking at Avona and get Brian, because Brian's awesome. Now we're going to look at why I migrated to NVDA. Well, to be honest, I migrated to NVDA because of one thing. JAWS is not fully compatible with Windows 10. Yes, you go into your settings with JAWS. JAWS will not read anything. Go into Windows Defender. JAWS isn't going to read anything like that. So obviously JAWS, Freedom Scientific have not thought about other apps in Windows 10. And of course want your computer to get viruses. So what must you do? If you've got JAWS installed on your computer, uninstall it right away. If you've got the demo version, then it's the same thing. However, you will lose your JAWS license. But if you want to carry on using JAWS, do so at your own risk. Because there are no antivirus programs that work with screen readers other than Spybot Search and Destroy. But that won't scan for viruses, that looks for spyware. And JAWS not working with Windows 10? JAWS will only work with Windows XP right up to Windows 8. So if you're using Windows 10, I'm afraid you're stuck, so you can't use any Microsoft Store apps. Maybe Freedom Scientific will patch this in a later update, nobody knows. But earlier versions of JAWS have been discontinued, so if you're using an earlier version, it's good to just upgrade. Now we're going to look at why NVDA is better. To be honest, NVDA is awesome. It works fully with Windows 10, including Microsoft Edge. In fact, NVDA was accessible with Microsoft Edge right from the get-go, because as soon as Windows 10 came out, NV Access knew about this. And so, just as soon as the Windows 10 Creators Update came out, the October 2018 update, NVDA was then compatible with Microsoft Edge. So, if you're using NVDA now, why not try it with Microsoft Edge? I mean, JAWS does work with Microsoft Edge, but Freedom Scientific only included it a few years ago, when they could have included it in something like JAWS 2016, but they didn't. Next thing, in JAWS 2018, you don't get the option to get JAWS to speak at the Windows logon screen anymore. In fact, I'll show you this now actually. Oh no, maybe not. But I'll tell you what goes on. When you start Windows, JAWS no longer speaks at the login screen now. There's an option in the JAWS dialog box, but there is no option to use always start when I log on, like there was in JAWS 17. So that's my overview of why JAWS is possibly not a good screen reader, and you should be upgrading to a better screen reader. I'll do another video about NVDA and why you should upgrade to NVDA because of how good it is. Or if any of you want to see a Windows video, then let me know, because I've also got Windows installed on this PC. But I'm glad I don't have JAWS installed on this, because JAWS completely clogs the hard drive. Just to let you know, if you want to use Windows, you can still use it, and it's still fully compatible with Windows 10, even though sales have ended. Because I'm using Windows as my backup screen reader. This is Jordan Livesey signing off, saying have a good day, everyone.